Yo, what is up YouTube? It's Sync Sports Bets here, and in today's video, I got 4 player props for the Week 11 NFL Sunday slate. Before we get into these picks here, let's go to the NFL Thursday Night Football game. We had 3 picks for the Philadelphia versus the Washington Commanders. Unfortunately, we hit 1 out of 3. And yeah, let's go through them real quick here. So Jalen Hurts, we took him under 18.5 pass completions. This had a very high hit rate. He did barely hit this at 18 with 28 pass attempts. He threw for 221 yards in those completions. So it was a good pick there. I do wish that we did pick Saquon Barkley. I just, his line at 93 rushing yards was way high for me. But, he's the beast, and you just got to ride with it. Commanders' defense is not good at rush. And, yeah, I do wish I took that instead of Jaden Daniels under interceptions. He did throw one in the second half. Super, super unfortunate. And I trust, these picks and these hit rates, but I think with the categories, for now on, you'll never see interceptions or, just unders on just a one play type of pick. Because that is just pure luck of even hitting the under zero point 0.5 interceptions. So I like doing player props that will last the entire game, either under or over. I honestly, we all prefer the overs, right? But sometimes, some weeks, the unders are the move where, players are not playing up to expectations and you got to do that. Like, for example, Terry McLaurin, he had 1 catch for 10 yards. He's been hitting his fantasy score every single game besides week 1. So yeah, you just never know. Like, some players are hot and then they become very cold. So you just gotta follow the trends, and that's how you hit bets. But yeah, just super unfortunate with Terry McLaurin just not getting the production needed. Just Washington did not have a good game overall, besides Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson. So yeah, just not good from the Commanders, but very awesome to see Saquon Barkley take over in the fourth quarter for the Eagles. So that was a fun game to watch. But anyways, let's get straight into these picks here. And our first pick of the day is going to be Nico Collins. This guy is returning after an injury. They do play one of the bottom feeders in Dallas Cowboys, who are playing Cooper Rush. Like, Houston should blow out Dallas. Their defense is not playing up to expectations. They lost a few defensive players. And this guy is literally the best player on their team, not counting CJ Stroud. But CJ will throw to this guy every single time. They've been missing him the last few weeks. Last time he played was October 6th, looks like. So 72.5 is just an easy line for him. I mean, he's had over 100-yard games, 3 games out of these 5. He's averaging 113.4 the last 5 games. And yeah, let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, so Nico Collins in 2024, he's only played 5 games, and he has hit in every single game this year. Dallas is receiving yards allowed, ranked 17 at a value of 227.6. So, around towards the bottom half of the league. They do pass at a 57% hit rate. Yeah, they lost Stephon Diggs for the season, so they're going to lean a lot on Nico Collins. Obviously, he's only played 5 games and already has 45 targets on the year, at a 13.7 target percentage. Obviously, this isn't super accurate because of his minimal, play time, but he is the number 1 wide receiver now that Diggs is out. That he will be able to get a huge chunk, especially just get the long bombs thrown to him. He'll always be able to be that man to catch it, and he's just such a beast for the Houston Texans. So always got to take him at a 100% hit rate in 2024. And they do play a very beat-up Dallas Cowboys team. So let's go with that pick as our first pick. And then our second pick of the day, obviously this guy doesn't have a huge hit rate because Justin Fields is the quarterback for the first half of the year. But now that Russell Wilson has been cooking lately, George Pickens is the move versus Baltimore's very horrible secondary. George Pickens should be able to hit this line at 70.5. Last 3 weeks when Russell Wilson has been the quarterback, he has hit the over. First game, 111 yards. Second game, 74 receiving yards. And then the third game versus Washington, he had 91. So this guy has been the move and has been trending up lately for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, so as you guys can see, yes, 56%, 5 of 9 games. I usually don't show this low of a percentage, but you got to understand quarterback change. Russell Wilson loves to sling it, and he's been pretty accurate lately as they've been racking up the wins. And also, you got to look at the rank for the Ravens. They are the absolute bottom of the league in receiving yards allowed. So Russell Wilson should cook and should have a very high amount of yards for passing, and hopefully George Pickens is a big chunk of these passing yards to him. And yeah, he's been cooking lately. I love just the receiving yards allowed. You scroll down here. They do pass at a 47% hit rate because they got Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. But George Pickens has the most targets for the Steelers. Obviously, he's wide receiver 1 at a 28% target percentage. Super high for a wide receiver 1. Love this pick as he basically only throws to him most of the game and then kind of split with everyone else. So he's a clear favorite for receiving yards in this game. And then let's go to our third pick of the day. We're going to go with J.K. Dobbins. Now, his line has moved up by 1 rushing attempt. It was at 12, now has been bumped up to 13. Now, if you look at the last 5 games, he has hit over in rushing attempts in all of these games and averaging 17 rush attempts per game last 5 games. And they do play Cincinnati, who does allow plenty of rush attempts against them. And yeah, I expect J.K. Dobbins to have a good game. Chargers have a very good coach in Jim Harbaugh. And yeah, I mean, he had 25 rush attempts versus Denver's defense, who is solid. And yeah, I think this is going to hit. I think this is a little bit too low for him. And it just sucks that this is an even line, potential push here. But I do expect him to hit the over versus Cincinnati. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, so Outlier has J.K. Dobbins at over 12.5. Obviously, it's been bumped up on Prizepicks, so let's change the alternate line to 13. Doesn't change anything. Going to 2024, he has hit over 8 of 9 games. That's an 89% hit rate. And rushing attempts against, like I said before, they are ranked 28, so towards the bottom of the league. And solid pick here. Scrolling down here, it is about 50-50. Chargers are a very balanced team. J.K. Dobbins has 141 rush attempts. Look at this donut chart here. He's above halfway, 50% for rush attempt share. And he has 53% of it. So huge chunk for the Chargers. So I love that pick. And then let's go to our last pick of the day. This is going to be Nelson Agholor. Now, this one I would say is the riskiest one of them all because this should be at least 1 reception. And if he's able to get that 1 reception, we're good, right? I love these type of player props because, you can sit back all game. Either he could hit the first quarter or the fourth quarter. You don't have to worry too much because all he needs is just 1 pass thrown to him. At a good rate. Like, he had 1 pass for 6 yards last game, but in the other games, he had like 1 to 2 receptions, and all he needs is a 9-yard reception, and we hit. And like Lamar Jackson, if he's going to throw it to Nelson, it's usually a bomb. So if he catches it, then we're good. And yeah, let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, going to 2024, Nelson Agholor has hit this line 7 of 10 games. That's a 70% hit rate. He's only gone under in 3 games, which he did have a reception, but not enough of a big play to be able to hit this line. Let's go to his receptions real quick for 2024. So he has had at least 1 or more receptions a game. So in that 1 reception, we need that 9+ yard play from him, which Lamar Jackson does do. He's not going to throw a short pass to him. That's just not in the scheme for him. So hopefully we can get that. So if you guys don't want to tell, that's just totally fine. Like this is kind of like a one play wonder, but he has a really high percentage hit rate out of all the players, and I just love that receiving yards allowed. Pittsburgh is ranked 23, so definitely Lamar Jackson's gonna cook. His line's at 240. He is the most popular pick if you look at Prizepicks. Um, you could also take Lamar Jackson over Nelson Agholor. Uh, let's see here. So yeah, he has 93,000 people tailing this player prop at 240.5. He's been absolutely cooking. Like look at that. He's easily hitting. Um, so he should hit this line. And if you guys don't trust that, then take Nelson Agholor, which I am taking because I love these one player or one play hits for receiving yards because that's fun and I enjoy that. I can watch the game and not have to stress about it until the fourth quarter. If he doesn't get it, that would be a shame. Um, but yeah, I all four of these picks super confident in them. All the hit rates are at least above 70% or more besides George Pickens, but I told you guys why Pickens is such a great pick because of the quarterback change. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, obviously, and turn on notifications when I post these videos. Sometimes they're a little bit too late, sometimes they're super early, but it is around the same day. And yeah, we are cooking on college football picks for Saturday right now as I am posting this video. So hopefully we can hit that 4 out of 4 and as well as these picks for Sunday's slate. So make sure to lock them in before game time. Hope you guys have a great day and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.